Alright, today we're doing something actually different, something that I haven't done in a very long time. We're doing a Mega Man Battle Network tier list thing, sort of. I kind of wanted to make a script for this, but then I was sitting here and just like, I don't have to script this, I can just talk, because I know the points I want to talk about. So, hopefully, this doesn't come out really bad, and I also hope I didn't make this video already, because if I did, you're never going to see it. But we'll see when I'm done recording. So with all that being said, let's get started. Let's go all the way back to Battle Network 1. Now, Battle Network 1 is a very interesting Mega Man game because it is the one that was the first one, obviously. So it has a lot of issues. I would not recommend anyone to play the Game Boy version of 1. You should honestly play Operation Shooting Star, which I think it's right here. Yeah, it is. You should honestly play that one, because with that one, they give you a map so you can know where you're going, because in the original Battle Network, in Battle Network 1, there was no map. So trying to figure out where you're supposed to go, like on the net, was awful, because you didn't know which way you were going. Granted, in all of them, they don't have maps, but at least everything wasn't like, it didn't look the same, because in one, like, the whole net looks exactly the same. You don't know how many times while I was playing through 1, because for context, besides 1 and 6, I basically played all of them besides those two. And the reason why I never played 1 was because when I was younger and I would go to like game stores to buy Battle Network, they never had 1. They either had 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6, and I never bought 6 because I never got to it. But when they made the Classic Collection, I finally played those. It took me a very long time to beat some of them. But, yeah, so 1, I'm going to put it in C, because it's bad. And I'm not hating on it, because it's the first one, so any first of the game, usually it's fine for the time, but it never ages really well. Like Devil May Cry 1, compared to Devil May Cry 1 to 5, obviously 1 isn't that good no more, but all the other Devil May Cries, okay, maybe not all of them, because 2 was interesting to say the least. But I know 1 will go in C, and you know what? Since Operation Shooting Star is 1, I'll put it in. I'll put it in A tier, since Operation Shooting Star fixed a lot of the issues that the regular port had, which makes sense because Battle Network 1 was on Game Boy, and the Game Boy Advance wasn't that powerful, while the DS was more powerful. They were able to do more things with it. They even updated like how the sprites look, which looked really good. So yeah, that's where 1 goes. 1 is C, and Operation Shooting Star is A. I still don't really like 1 that much, but Shooting Star made it playable, more playable than just playing base Battle Network 1. Base. Man, shout out Bass. Alright, moving on. Battle Network 2. Now, I'm biased because I played Battle Network 2 a lot growing up. Alright? This was the game that I think it was like the first Battle Network game I ever bought when I was younger. Just because it was in the store, and I think that was it. I don't even remember why I bought it. I don't think I looked it up or anything. I think it was just like one of those things that was like in the store, looked interesting, and here we are today. Me being obsessed with the Mega Man series. So 2 is really good. Really good. It is leaps better than 1, which isn't fair because, like I said before, the first of the games suck usually. I can't even think of anyone, any. Actually, no, I can. Tweely, because The World Ends With You is really good. Neo, The World Ends With You, it's fine, but it's not the first one. It might be a hot take, but it's not the first one. But I think in that regard, that one is a good example. If I think of more, I'll definitely talk about it. But at the moment, I can't. But I know 2 introduced so many things. Like, I didn't mention this in 1, but in Battle Network 1, like, if you used a Navi chip on an enemy, you didn't know how much damage it did until the attack was finished. In 2, you're able to see how much damage you do, like, the second you use the chip. So you're not kind of like, okay, do I gotta move this way? Do I gotta, like, you knew the game plan after that. They introduced styles, which I love so much. Styles were one of the coolest things they introduced in the Battle Network franchise. There's something else cooler, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Everything was just so much better. The story was better, except the freeze man part of Battle Network 2, because that's like whenever I think about replaying 2, I have to think about that, because it was so annoying to have to keep on like going to the internet and then leaving and then going back and then leaving and then going back. It's like, guys, please just make me do everything I need to do in the internet, and that's it. Don't make me keep on coming back here every like 5 minutes. But other than that, 2 was really good. It was really good. The bosses were really good. Yeah, they really improved from 1 to 2, which I know, shocker. I know there are some games that don't improve with like the sequel or anything. But yeah, no, Battle Network 2, solid. It introduced Bass into the story, because in 1, sure, Bass is in there, but he's just like a boss you can randomly encounter. In 2, he's actually involved in the story, unlike how he was in 1. They also introduced like post game in 2, because the internet, doing the internet stuff in 2 was really bad. It's really stressful, especially like, it's hard. Like 2's post game is hard, but it's like enjoyable hard pause, to where it's like after you deal with it, you're like, all right, I did all of that work, and like I had a decent time doing it. I'm not gonna say good time, but a decent time going through it. So 2, amazing. I love Battle Network 2. I'll die on this hill. It's one of my favorites. And yeah, shout out Battle Network 2. Now moving on to Battle Network 3. Hot take. I'm gonna put it in A tier, because Battle Network 3 has a really good story. It's really good. They improved on styles. The only thing I don't like about 3 that they did was, because in 2 you could have 2 styles, in 3 you can only have 1. So kind of a downside. But with that, they made like newer styles. Like there was like bug style, there was shadow style. There's another one. One of the games had an exclusive one. I already said bug style, shadow. Those only the 2 ones that I think those were. If I remember, I'll put a picture of the other style that one of the games had. But yeah, 3 had a really good story. I can definitely see why. I played 3 a lot as a kid too. I can see why people say like 2, 3, 5, and 6 have really good story. Notice how I said those ones and not 4, but we'll get to 4. We'll get to 4, and when we get to 4, oh, I have some words with 4, because oh my god. Anyway, but no, 3 is really good. Story's really good. The bosses in 3, oh my god, they are so difficult. Like I went to go replay 3 like a few weeks ago to kind of finish the post game. Dog, I got cooked by Drillman Omega, and it's because I haven't played 3 in so long that I forgot his attack patterns. But no, 3, those bosses do not play around. So 3 is really good. They also introduced not custom style. What's it called? What's it called? It's on the tip of my tongue. Navi Customizer. They introduced that, which is very important, because after 3, all of them, the last 3 games of the Battle Network series have that, and really important, because like imagine if none of the games had those. Because some Navi styles, Crust style, what? Navi Customizer things are crucial to some of these games. So 3 did a lot. It took 2's blueprint, made it better, introduced way more characters. 3 was really good. 3 was really good. Alpha, spoilers, an annoying final boss. Because, I mean, honestly, Gospel's not a hard final boss, but Alpha is. You have to work for Alpha. And Bass, in 3, him with the life aura? Oh, nah. Nah. They knew what they were doing. Bass GS in the Undernet? I need to fight him, by the way, because I haven't done that in 3 yet, and I really need to. Serenade? Nah, bro. Serenade cooked. Haven't battled them either. I need to do that. I haven't finished the post game for 3. Eventually I'll get to it. But yeah, no, 3, really good. It's just I'm biased because I played 2 more than 3. God, my biases are showing. That's crazy. Was there something else I wanted to say about 3? Oh, 3 was also the first game to like have 2 different versions of the game, white and blue, and only reason is because in one game there are different different styles, and different Giga chips. I don't remember offhand the differences, like what the chips were, but yeah, they started doing that, and that continued throughout the last 3 games. So you know, 3's good. They did a lot of things good, and yeah, let's actually hold on. I'll do this in order. So 4.5, I'm currently playing it, but I haven't finished it, so I'll just put it in never played. The concept is interesting because the concept of 4.5 is like you can pick your Navi from the start. You can pick between like Mega Man, Guts, Roll, Glide, and Proto Man, I want to say. And on some days you can do tournaments to battle the Navis and unlock them, so that way you can like explore more of the net. It's really interesting. Like, I don't know why it never came out in the West, but I would have loved for it to come out in the West. But there are ways to play it in English. I'm not gonna say how, but if you know, you know. But yeah, no, 4.5. I haven't finished it, so I'm gonna put it in never played. All right. Now then, let's move on to the most controversial Battle Network game, because this one's very, very controversial. 4. This game sucks. Okay, let me take a step back. It's not good. It's not good because it messes up the canon of the Battle Network games. Because in Battle Network 1, Lan has a rival, Chad, or however you pronounce his name. That was his rival. They've known each other since Battle Network 1. But in 4, when you fight him in Blue Moon, Lan's like, gee, I wonder who this Chad guy is. You know who he is. He saved your life multiple times. What do you mean, I wonder who this is? You know him! He's your rival. It's like if like one day Dragon Ball made like a game like Battle Network. They made 6 of them. And in the 4th one, they're just like, Goku got amnesia and forgot who Vegeta was. Like, no. I should also mention too, Battle Network 4, oh my god, is literally a tournament arc. It is literally just you. Let me give the rundown of Battle Network 4. So Battle Network 4, you first have to get entry into a tournament. Cool, whatever. You do that. You fight Shadow Man, Shade Man. That's Battle Network 5. You fight Shade Man. Oh no, Mega Man can use dark chips because Shade Man has dark chips and blah. Honestly, I forgot the plot of 4, because it's really bad. The plot of 4 sucks because there is no plot. It's just tournaments. It's just tournament after tournament after tournament after tournament, and then endgame. Like, I don't know what they thought they were cooking when they made 4, but no, it's not good. The only thing I will give 4 is they introduced Souls. That's the only thing I'll give 4, because those are really cool. Stylus had to die for Souls to run, but it is what it is. But other than that, 4 is not good. Like, everything like looks more, how do you say it? Not cheap, but like smaller. It's not a word. Because like all the graphics, the things, oh my god, I can't speak. God, you know how bad this game is to where I lose my train of thought. So in Battle Network 3, everything looked bigger. In 4, everything looks smaller. I don't know if it's like to save more money and stuff for like for the game, but yeah, everything just looks smaller and less like detailed and stuff. So there's also that, and it's just the whole tournament arc thing annoys me so much. And not to mention, the biggest pet peeve of 4 is the fact that you have to play that game at least 3 different times to get everything. Because for some reason, Capcom was like, you know what we should do? We should make it to where every time you go into a tournament, you may not get the Navi who will give you their soul. So we should have the people play it like 3 different times to do that. And that is the dumbest thing ever, because every time you have to replay the game, all of your stuff gets reset. What do I mean by that? So in Battle Network 4, when you do tournaments, sometimes you'll get things from like your opponent, and every time you replay it, you lose all of that. Like in 4, there's a thing called like the glider that you get to where like you can like there's like rails you can glide on to get places faster. Every time you replay the game, you have to go and refine all of that stuff again. I don't know why they just don't have it to where you keep certain things like key items that don't matter. But no, you have to get rid of all of that to replay the game. And also, there's not even a chance, like when you restart to play the game again, there's a chance you could fight the same Navi that you already have their soul again. So you may have to replay the game like 10 different times to get every soul to do like Black Earth and Undernet, which is very stupid. I don't know why they thought that was a good idea to do that. But I know 4 sucks. It's really bad. Like there's a reason why so many people like dread like 100%ing it. I'm one of them because I'm almost done with doing it, but I had to take a break because okay, so here's the story. So about a few months ago, I was gonna 100% for it because that was the one that I played a lot when I was younger, since that was the one that was always in the shop I used to go to. And now me being older, I'm like, yo, how did I allow myself for this to be one of my favorites, quote unquote, because it's not. But I play this a lot, and I may have bias for Battle Network 2, but for 4, no, I hate the game. I hate it so much. So, yeah, 4 is just awful. I would not recommend you to 100% it. I'm only doing it to prove a point, so I can do it and never have to play that game again. Well, until I unironically have to play Red Sun, because then I have to 100% that too. But I'll worry about that later. Just if you ever do buy the Legacy Collection, do me a favor, play all of the other ones, and then just play 4 last. You'll thank me later because 4 is that stupid. So yeah, 4 sucks. All right, moving on to something better. Okay, so this is Double Team. Okay, I'll put Double Team in B tier, and the reason why I'm putting it in B tier. Wait, what? Wait, is that? Oh wait, no. Double Team. Okay, hold on. Okay. So, Battle Network 5. You know, I'll put it in S because I really did like what they did with Battle Network 5 to where they had liberation missions, which is a very cool spin on like a new concept that I enjoyed that they added. That sentence made no sense, but I like the concept of doing liberation missions. They were fun. Some of them were definitely harder than others. I like the idea of like having a time limit to like finish a quest to get rewards, since it makes you have to strategize instead of just being like, oh no, I can just rush this with one character. Nah, you gotta think. You gotta use like characters to their advantage and all that stuff. The concept of it was cool. Battle Network's gameplay hasn't changed at all, so It's still the same thing. I do like how in 5, I'm trying to remember 5's story. We got Bash's backstory in 3, not 5. Wow, am I really going to talk about the liberation missions? I guess. And also, hold on, something else too. I do like the idea, because this is also important because they do this in 6. I also like the idea of them letting you play as other Navis, quote unquote, which I mean, it's not others, but it is others. Like, because, spoilers, in Battle Number 5, Mega Man becomes Dark Mega Man and gets stolen by Cloud Man. So, depending on which version of the game you play, you either play as Colonel or Proto Man to get him back. So that's very cool. It's very neat. I'm glad that they did that. I mean, in Liberation missions, you can also play as other characters, but that's only during Liberation missions. You can't play as other characters outside of them. So it's cool that they let you do that. And yeah, the story of 5, it's okay. It's alright. Because it depends on what version of 5 you play, determines something important in Battle Number 6. Since in 6, spoilers, Barrel becomes evil, and it makes sense if you play Team Colonel. If you play Team Proto Man, it'll make sense, but then it won't, because in Team Proto Man, you only see Barrel for like a split second when Proto Man becomes evil, spoilers, and vice versa in Team Proto Man. No, Team Colonel. In Team Colonel, when Colonel becomes evil, you see Chad for like a second, he's like, oh no, Proto Man, we have to stop Colonel. And same thing with Proto Man. So, in 6, it depends on 5's thing for 6 to make sense. God, I don't know why I'm stuttering over my words. But no. Battle Number 5, oh, really good. I also forgot to mention this. Battle Number 5 was also the one that introduced, like, Basscross. And that form is so sick. I wish that... I think 6 has Basscross? I think. If they have it, I haven't gotten it. They also introduced Django Soul or Django Cross, whatever it's called. So that's cool too. So you know, 5 is a really good game. Actually, hold on. I forgot about something really important. I'm gonna put an 8 here because I completely forgot about the stupid Kendo game to where you have to hit 100 of those little samurais. Anyone who has played Battle Number 5 knows what I'm talking about. That was awful. And if you get hit once, you have to start over. So you know. Battle Number 5 is good, but just that part I dread the most whenever I have to replay it. And 4, don't think I forgot about your stupid little tournament games. God, I hate 4 so much. Ugh. Anyway, yeah, no, 5 is good, just that part sucks. Alright, so Battle Number 6. This one I played recently, and I have to say, it lived up to the hype. Because there's a lot of people saying that like 6 is like really good, it's the best, and I have to agree. 6 is really good. So with 6, you're able to play as different characters, like I was saying earlier. You have to do that in some parts of the game. It's really good. I like the where they took the story with 6, and it also like made references to the other games, like how Grigor is based off of Gospel. Because I didn't know that because I've never played 6, and I just looked up the final bosses of the Battle Number games when I was younger. So I didn't realize that like Gospel was like the base for Grigor, which is very interesting. I'm glad that they referenced that. And yeah, no, 6 is just like they probably took a lot of the criticism from 5 and made 6 like the best, because 6 is really good. Yeah, so 6 is S. I love how some characters from the other games came back, because there are so many characters that came back from other games. I'm just like, oh wow, I remember you. What are you doing here? So you know, 6 is really good. Shout out Battle Number 6. Once again, if you play Team Colonel, 6 will make sense. If you don't, it probably won't. But Yeah, no. Shout out Battle Network 6. Yeah. What is this? Is that Chrono X? What? Why is this here? This ain't an official game by Capcom. Anyway. Alright, so Chip Challenge. It's not bad. You know what? It's fun. I'll put Chip Challenge in B. So, the issues with Chip Challenges, it's very repetitive. It's incredibly repetitive. Because the whole concept of Chip Challenge is it's basically auto. So, you have, like, cost of, like, chips you can put in your deck. And that's basically it. So, you go around. Technically speaking, Chip Challenge is a tournament arc. Kind of, if you think about it. So you do all these tournaments, and at the end of it, you fight a character. If you beat them, they join you. Depending on what character you pick, because you can pick between Mega Man or Lan or Chad. So, depending on who you pick, they're the final boss, technically. And then after that, you unlock, like, the Undernet. And if you do 100 battles, you encounter Bass. And if you beat them, you can play as them, yada, yada, yada. So, it's just incredibly repetitive. And that's just it. Because the concept could be cool, but it's very repetitive, and it gets boring really fast. Like, I remember as a kid, I enjoyed it a lot. Once again, I do not know what was wrong with my brain as a child, because I put up with a lot of nonsense, and yeah, I definitely my standards for gaming were definitely lower as a child than what they are now. So yeah, no. Chip Challenge, you'll go in B. You're fun, but you can't play Chip Challenge in one burst. You have to take breaks. If you do that, I think you'll enjoy it more. But yeah, that's where that goes. Okay, Double Team DS. The only reason why I'm putting it in B is the voice acting. I'm not gonna lie. The voice acting in Double Team is really bad. It's not good. Like, oh my god. Proto Man sounds like he has smoked 25 cigarettes. Colonel sounds like he belongs somewhere else. Mega Man is fine, I guess. Lan, he's alright. I guess. Other than that, they didn't really change anything. No. They changed two things. So, they gave, like, more, what do you call it? Icons for characters. So, like, if Lan is angry, he's not gonna look smiling. He's gonna, like, his eyebrows are gonna be, like angry and stuff. And Mega Man got damaged. He looks damaged. So, they did that. They also did a thing to where you can, like, swap out Navis. So basically, you can swap out with your team members in Double Team. Once you reach a certain point, I don't remember what point, but they did that. So those are cool additions, but just like the voice acting kind of fudges that one. Like if they had options where you can turn up the voices, it would be higher. But just hearing the voices every time you do something in battle is annoying. So yeah, it'll stay in B. It'll say in B for that. I'm gonna assume this is Chrono X, and I have not played this, so I can't give my opinion on something I've never played. And last but not least, I've never played this either. I have it, but I just haven't played it. I've seen gameplay. It looks interesting. The OST slaps. The OST is really good, but I haven't, like, had my hands on it, so I can't give an opinion on that either. So, yeah. And there goes that. There goes my tier list for the Battle Network games. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And always remember, Battle Network 4 sucks.